Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LTA North. Spring 2025.
And Seos there, they'll be able to easily take that down.
And you can see Fudge playing super respectful. He knows, all right, Poppy didn't show on bot side, so he walked all the way down the river.
And they're actually not doing an early swap. They're looking to pressure this turret right now.
This is 4 members here, and they're going to try to eject one, but the flash forward from Contracts interrupts the ulti. There's the flash forward from Thanatos. They're going to try to burst down Contracts. Contracts incredibly low, and he's knocked down for first blood. On the other side, though, it's Seos and Fudge trying to push this damage back. Knockup does land from Fudge, and now Palafox is here, but Loki's here as well. It's 5 top from Cloud9. Fudge and Seos have got to try to interrupt this wave from getting there. Palafox has got to kite out, uses the shockwave onto Loki, gets him low, but on the other side, it's still Thanatos, Sven, and Blabber holding the wave. Fudge flashes in and feasts on Loki, bites him in half. Blabber's going to fall as well. Shopify outplay. 5 members top for Cloud9 is not nearly enough.
Fudge factor once again with the Cho'Gath. That was amazing from him, recognizing that he could
they want more!
Yeah, in comes the ult from Contracts. He is back, and Sven is going to fall as well. It is 4-1 for Shopify. Meanwhile, B-Boy
at the Ziggs versus the Senna. So with this next Drake coming up, this might be C9's way to fight their way back in the game.
Blabber is going to be spotted, but there's Shopify. They're going to go for the engage. Senna ult comes through. Blabber's in a lot of trouble. Teleport now coming in here from Loki. Loki with reinforcements. Thanatos trying to turn around on Seos, and Seos is going to get stunned against the wall and knocked down. And Contracts now has nowhere to go. Going to get flicked back in by Loki. Tries to take Vulcan, but can't do it. And now Fudge is going to have to run as well. Shopify, again, just so many members from Cloud9 overloading one side of the map. They're going to be able to give the shutdown as well to Loki. That is big, but there are 2 lanes being pushed in by Shopify, so they're trading back some plates and some minion gold as well.
Contracts tried to cheat one there. He thought if they got the jump on Blabber, maybe they'd be able to win the game, but they've actually just given the window back for C9. That's a situation where they're getting so many plays topside. If he doesn't go for that fast play, they just concede and they keep their large gold lead. But
they do have Demolish here for Fudge, so they're just going to be focusing down this tower. Should be able to finish it off pretty easily here, and that will be first turret of the game going to Shopify. So that is the feat of...
going up against the Ziggs in their previous game.
Seos flashing. Loki tried to flash out, but he still gets caught, and now he's going to be stunned up by Contract. Knocked down by B-Boy. Shopify flip the script. They're the ones overloading a lane now.
And this decisiveness by Shopify.
Going to be giving it up. Vulcan's going to back off, so they want to give this over here to Fudge. They are able to do it, but he doesn't have a single minion feast stack yet, so he's got to start cycling through that, because we're 15 minutes into the game.
Damage onto this mid lane turret. I do like C9 trying to look for these windows again to take down turrets with their...
the hook actually connects onto Sven, and Sven is just gone. Seos finds another one.
Wow.
Seos is just hitting these hooks, man. Every time I feel like I'm trying to set up some sort of macro play, he just hits another hook and another C9 member is dying. They'll be able to get this mid-tier 1 with the Herald off of that as well, and potentially be able to lay down some forward vision for this Drake.
Can't even say how big that hook was, because this is the moment of the game where C9 had already taken both outer turrets. They were consistently pushing in side lanes, and it was just like one of those scripts where you move Ziggs mid to get another turret. They punish him right now, and now maybe they get Thanatos.
Here comes Contracts with the ulti. Seo's going to look. The flash just barely gets him out of range as B-Boy driving the Herald back over here. Was going to go down mid lane, so he just kind of wastes their time a little bit with it. And Blabber will be able to collect it. Dragon spawning here in just a couple seconds. Thanatos will be without his flash for the fight.
All right, item check for the fight as well, though. We got alts all around. We have core items for basically everyone.
C9 are just going to go. They're looking for Contracts. He doesn't get the stun against the wall, though, and now Seos going to be fighting here with Vulcan. Gets flicked back. Thanatos and Blabber on the right side. C9 need to rejoin the rest of their team. Sven, though, looking for poke over the wall. Can't quite find it. You can see Fudge just trying to play bodyguard on the side, while Blabber is hunting for a steal. The wall comes down. Contracts on the wrong side of it. Senna ult going to buy some time. Shockwave does connect there onto Loki. Loki incredibly low, and Loki going to be knocked down, but Contracts trying to survive on the side. Has to run. Gets knocked down. Thanatos going crazy. The feast is used by Fudge, and they lost their jungler, so it's going to be C9's Dragon very likely. But Blabber actually has no smite. He used his smite in the fight, so if Fudge can get back in, it's going to be engaged over the wall, though, from Vulcan, and Fudge is going to get locked down and knocked down. Shopify will have to retreat. Palafox and B-Boy not able to finish the job.
Oh, such a great fight right there. C9 narrowly comes out on top. It looked a little 45 CS up. Oh, actually, no, count this. Almost 50 CS up now is very
Vulcan's going to be
extraordinary
in some
for him.
trouble, does get ruptured up, silenced, and he's going to be hooked in. The CC just does not end. Fudge gets another feast stack. Loki has arrived and does hit a multi-man flick there, but he's going to be in trouble now. They're just going to turn around on Loki. They can't take this fight. The Shockwave will turn for this as he arrives, has to flash over the wall, but Blabber is here now. Seos is sectioned off from the rest of the team. And Otacon is taking a long time to kill. Loki's going to be up in 10 with teleport. That has bought enough time. It might be a thanks for the leash angle here as C9 now get a kill on Seos. Loki is respawning. He can teleport to join if they want to keep this leash, and they're going to do just that for now as Ven is trying to control this tri-brush.
The Death Magnet is active, it feels like. I believe Shopify is just going to concede this with the feast up, but not wanting to overreach yet again. C9 wins this day. Gotta say, the next Drake's up, and there's one big guy we gotta watch. The Renekton. 3-0-4, 500 gold lead. He wants to use this lead right away.
Oh, and he's looking right in for contracts. This is going to be a great combo coming through from Vulcan as the team is getting locked down. And now the double seismic shove. B-Boy in the back line, though, looking for Loki. Fudge has arrived. Palafox has got to run, but he's going to get stunned up and cut in half as Thanatos calls the Meek. Fudge and B-Boy can do nothing. It's 3-0. It's the Dragon right after the Otacon. The hits just keep on coming.
And that's where we see the power of the C9 composition, being able to layer their CC. That was a beautiful flick on the back.
He's going to be an even bigger problem 3 minutes from now as C9 continue to take ground, stealing the blue buff and pushing contracts off his wolves.
Yep, and as we say, wow, Contract's taking a lot of damage there.
Go down.
Yeah, Contract's having to run here. The Ziggs ulti is going to be enough. Loki is able to finish the job here as Blabber and Loki on the side now looking for Seos. And they got the kill. It is just going to be a kill because there is no objective up for them to grab. But still, that's now another missing summoner spell here. And none were used to get that kill from C9.
Yep, as we see C9 pushing down on this bot tier 2. Again, they have the Ziggs, so it should easily be theirs.
Yeah, Blabber going to be in some trouble here. Is going to get rooted up. They get him hooked in. He's going to be shut down as it's another here from Thanatos. He is very far behind them.
Yes,
and they have no idea. No one is reacting to this whatsoever. And here's the bad news. Thanatos is behind you. You got no flash. You got no chance. B-Boy is gone. Palafox sure to follow. It's C9 crushing the fight off of a beautiful TP from Thanatos.
B-Boy absolutely explodes there, and they're going to be able to clean up Seos as well. Contracts is going to go down. The Drake is C9's. What a beautiful flank.
Yeah, does Fudge have flash? He does, but he has no way to get over there. C9 just going to zone him off here. Thanatos marks Fudge. C9 claim the bear.
The Senna has had a really difficult time in this game as we see B-Boy just losing a massive chunk of health right there. He's only at 88.
And they've really struggled to get kind of organized team fights on the Shopify side, right? You know, it is not that they're having to kill off Fudge and then get to the back line. He's not tanky enough. It's that Palafox and B-Boy are dead very quickly in all the fights that they are losing. You know, C9 has had great engages, and now they're looking here for Fudge. Blabber threatening the wraparound. Fudge is going to get flicked back. The tower going down in a hurry, but in comes Contracts trying to turn around here. Can't find anyone to stun down. And now the tower is just in satchel range, so it's going to get executed by Sven. C9 continues the march forward here. 7.5k in the lead. They do fight Thanatos. Thanatos going to get locked down. He's going to get Shockwave, but they can't finish him off until just now as Fudge flashes in and feasts on him. But Fudge now in so much trouble. Look at the positioning from Sven and Loki. They just can't get to him. Fudge, though, being shielded up, being protected as much as possible by his team. Blabber finally has the damage to get a kill on the top laner. It is just a 1-for-1 at the end of the day. But the Ocean Soul doing so much work here for Cloud9.
They had to spend so much to get through Thanatos' Sterix, and it means that they can just stay on the map right now. C9 breaks top inhib. They're working on mid, even though that was almost worst case scenario. Their strongest member dies. Credit to Sven as well for pulling out the Ziggs in this situation.
Pretty far forward. Is going to get hooked in after the stun. There's the center route coming through, but Blabber arrives, and Blabber gets a nice knock up on multiple members. Contract takes the Ziggs ulti to the face, but Palafox on the side almost kills off Sven. Can't quite do it. And now B-Boy is going to be pinned against the wall, and Loki signs his death warrant. They're looking for Palafox. The seismic shove will force Palafox's flash. He gets out alive, but the base is taking the punishment.
Nicely done there by C9. Sven almost gets one shot by Palafox. Not quite enough damage. And then with the Ocean Soul, everybody back to full health.
Yeah. And I mean, the big thing is there's no way that Shopify can stop C9 from jumping on B-Boy. Like, they're just
going to go. Vulcan looking to finish this one off. Blabbers in the back line. Palafox is dead. The carries are gone. They do try to get one back here, though, as Vulcan falls. Fudge, though, retreating to the base here. They have no wave clear. They've got to buy time for B-Boy, but the first Nexus Tower is already gone, and Cloud9 is looking like they're seconds away from claiming this game. Fudge is the target. Fudge is down. Contracts on the side, fighting as best as he can, but it's not going to be enough. Cloud9 take the kills, they take the game, and they take the lead in the lower bracket finals.
It started with the Fudge.
All right, Sniper says Shopify. Let's hear from the casters because they're ready to hop into game number 2.
Well, I like the sound of that. You know, Shopify wins this game. We're going even further. We'll see.
Is going to be able to take down that first Drake. And we have Thanatos putting a little bit of pressure on this bot side turret as Blabber and Vulcan might be looking to get something done down here.
Yeah, looking for a 3-man dive here potentially. They do have Thanatos to tank this one up, so we'll see if they can set up the play well. Fudge now level 7, gonna have to try to outplay this. Pops the ulti early, nice flash back, buying some space and some time for himself, but he's gonna get knocked up and he's gonna get knocked down. First blood grabbed by Blabber.
That's gonna sight of the Drake on spawn. We'll see if they want to go for
Teleport
it.
from Silas.
Oh, they're behind him. Palafox doesn't see it. They don't actually know they're getting teleported on. They will see the ball going over top, and now the flash comes out. Palafox used the ult to disengage, but he's going to actually be immune there by Loki, who now shuffles him back. The abscond abduct was timed perfectly to ricochet himself back as he was pushed away by the ulti, and then he just nails Palafox. That was clean from Loki.
Clean setup and absolutely beautiful execution coming in from Loki. His Silas is going to be really, really crucial for C9 in a lot of these fights, stealing the engage. He has a plethora of great ults to choose from, right, in all of these team fights. And
that's some level of threat as Contracts goes
nice
for a
flash
fight.
in. Oh, great denial there from Vulcan with the Tempered Fate. Buys a lot of time. Loki is coming here. Here comes the turnaround from Seos. Gets a nice ulti across multiple members, but they don't have the damage just yet. Oh. Loki gets a kill there. It is 2 for 0 for Cloud9. Hear that listen in there? Blabber perfectly predicted the play. He said, get ready to bartle me if they flash on me here. Walks up, finds the play. Loki now looking for Palafox here. Trying to get aggressive. Showed he had the Kaisal, but he actually had the Nico one there. I wonder if is that a clone thing where if he's cloned into Kaisen, you steal?
That was exactly like Blabber drew it up.
Yeah.
Right? Like he drew up that play.
Had him downloaded.
Yeah.
Locked in.
That was great.
I mean,
was crazy.
He's just locked in. And sometimes you get little snippets of that from like the top players that win time and time again, is they'll be able to do these things. Like, it's one thing to find a good engage. It's the other thing to tell your team in advance that you're going to find a good engage, because you can get everybody on the same page and things can be so much more well coordinated. And now C9 is just going wherever they want on the map. They've cleared bottom turret. We have a super fed Silas. Blabber is just controlling this game.
Blabber
40 CS advantage.
Yeah, Blabber was driving in there. Contract was trying to see if he could find an angle on the blast gun. Couldn't find it.
Yeah,
pretty uncontestable. And I will also say, this composition, I know Sniper said that he would prefer the Shopify side, probably because of some of the lane matchups.
Thanatos has no teleport, so Shopify saw him topside. They are trying to force their hand, but he does have the ultimate to join if they stick to this. It is down to half HP. Theos looking for the ulti. Can't actually find it on Loki, and now Loki has the Soul and ultimate, so I think it's time to run here. Contract's going to get caught out, and C9 are keeping Otacon leashed, but in comes Thanatos. Contract's going to get knocked down. He did find the ulti, but nothing happening after that, and it's looking like it's an easy secure on the Otacon for Cloud9.
Beautifully done by C9. Blabber looking for a little bit more on the back end. Does get stuffed and pulled back by Aatrox, but it's all about playing the slow game here for C9. They got the Otacon. Loki left, so Thanatos has to run.
Yeah, Thanatos is running. B-Boy going to be ulting in there. Palafox comes in. They are going to lose Thanatos. Ooh. He had no ulti. Just kind of overstaying his welcome as Loki TP'd out. You know, Blabber had left. They are pushing mid. Want to be there as a 5-man squad, ready and waiting for Shopify as they try to walk in.
C9 probably want to pull the trigger.
Blabber's going to actually look here. No clone available. They force out the flash from B-Boy. It's Blabber in the back line, though. He's going to be able to knock down Seos with some help from Sven over the wall. Next is Fudge on the chopping block as Loki's going to get in the back line. Steals the Azir ult. The Bard ult does not connect, but neither does Palafox's ult over the wall. Loki going to flash in, and he scoops them all in to knock them all down. What an ultimate from Loki. They're taking over the fight. Fudge trying to make it happen, but he can't even get one. Cloud9, 7K ahead. They're going to grab the soul. What a fight from Loki.
What it lands only on Blabber immediately gets blown up, and that takes so much away from their team fighting power, as we see in, I believe,
missed,
5.
so he ended up using his ultimate for nothing, then didn't have that to peel, and now Loki looking to chase him down. Palafox will be able to knock him down, but there's the abscond, there's the abduct, there's a solo kill, 5-0-5 for Loki. He's running away with this one.
And C9 are running away with the game on the backs of Loki, but I mean, on the back of the entire team, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially this mid-jungle duo specifically. Blabber, we already talked about how great of a start he got off to as well. And here's the replay that distracted.
Right now by Sven and Blabber. The rest of the squad is just kind of zoning them off. It is going to be spotted now there by the Void Seeker from B-Voy, as Contracts is trying to walk in, but he just can't get through. And I mean, great, you fan Thanatos, but he is way too tanky to really threaten at this point. And now Loki is just fighting Fudge on the side, and Fudge is running back to the tower, but nowhere is safe against Loki. Contract's going to get ulted up there by Vulcan. They've got the Baron, and now they've got the kill as well. In goes Seos. He's going to be able to get that ulti over onto Sven, and Sven is going to be shut down. Blabber in the backline looking for Palafox, can't quite find him, but Loki arrived, and we know how that goes now. Loki is godlike. He is crushing them. Back-to-back fights. Loki is just taking over.
This is one of those games that's so fun you don't want it to end if you're Loki. Because you're so rarely this strong where anywhere you go, you can just solo kill what's in front of you.
Oh, he's going to get another one. Palafox, you're in the wrong spot now, my man. The absconded duck does not connect, but he has another one already. He's going to go in. He's going to be able to get another solo kill under the inhibitor tower. Loki is eating good in game number 2.
Oh my gosh, what a fantastic game from Loki. And what a fantastic, again, use of the Silas angle. I really, really like what C9 put together compositionally as a whole here. And then how they've been playing with it has just been amazing.
Yes, C9 are eating good. You know where you could be eating good? At Regal Cinemas, where there's going to be a watch party tomorrow. You can get yourself a nice bucket of popcorn, maybe some candies, you know, whatever you like, a giant soda, and you can watch the finals with some friends. And there's going to be giveaways for skins and all kinds of different stuff there. Scan the QR code on screen, and maybe we'll see you there.
Winner of this series versus FlyQuest. Currently, it's looking like C9 if this game is any
it's looking like Loki. It's the winner of this series.
It really is, man. I can't believe he hasn't upgraded to a Soul Stealer yet. So he's still in control of his item build. 4 full items as well as a 10-stack Dark Seal. Level 18 Silas at 28 minutes.
4-level lead
unreal.
in mid lane, plus a 6.5k gold lead. He's a little bit strong.
Also Infernal Soul.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're definitely killing that guy, that's for sure. Shopify gonna have to try to pull off a miracle here, but it's hard to even draw up the play that could get them back. Bard ulti does come through. Contracts flashing forward, does connect onto Vulcan. Loki looking for the engage, so he's in the back line. And Loki just snaps back over on Contracts, knocks him down. Fudge pops the ulti. You can see on the side, Sales is going to be able to ult Blabber in the well, but even with them getting knocked in the fountain, they can't kill Blabber. Seos, the last man standing, but not for long. It looks like they want to try to dive him. The Nexus falls first, 23-2. Cloud9 moving to match point.
Outplaying. They've been finding the engages, they've been pressuring side lanes, and just playing better overall. So it's really going to come down to...
Oh, actually, you know what? For now, we're just going to send this one straight back to the caster so they can cover this one.
Contracts going for Vulcan. Vulcan flashes away, but he's going to get pillared back, and it's going to be first blood grabbed there by Contracts, but they are not satisfied with that. They're trying to finish off Sven. Sven does not flash the spear.
How important it is for them to keep this Yone down as...
Blabber has no flash. He's going to get pillared in. The Equalizer doing some work. In comes Galio to try to bail him out, but Fudge is there to cook him up. That tree's going to get up, and Blabber's just overdoing Krugs. Oh, they're going to look for an engage now, though, onto Loki. Loki in a lot of trouble. Electro does proc. Has to use the Fated Seal just to retreat back to his turret. It is a 1-for-1 ultimate trade, but it's Fudge now moving in, trying to threaten a dive here, and they're going to look for an engage now. B-Boy flashes forward, but Blabber is here. B-Boy now could be in some trouble. He's going to get blocked up at the True Shot Barrage, connects on multiple members. Contracts now trying to turn this around. There's the hostile takeover, it only connects on to Blabber, but it's going to be Contracts getting knocked down, and now Seos is in a lot of trouble. C9 are crushing this fight. It is a 3-for-0 off the attempted gank from Contracts.
And that's exactly as we see Fudge and
Shopify trying to get some vision back around this dragon. They don't want to allow Cloud9 just continue grabbing
So
these
hard.
objectives.
Yeah.
They are moving in, but there is the Faded Seal coming across multiple members. B-Boy going in aggressive. Contract's already down. B-Boy trying to get in there, trying to make a kill happen, but he's not going to be able to get it. The bailout expires. The equalizer is good, but it is not good enough. As on the other side, Loki kills another. It's a double for the C9 mid laner, and we saw how that looked last game.
And C9 has been so decisive around Drake fights. That's the biggest difference I've seen from them. It's also incredibly difficult to move through Leandri's Maokai and retake a zone. You see
Fudge.
why there. They
He's
just
dead.
one-shot them.
Again. Oh,
Oh,
barely able to
Shopify
get
to
it.
retake. Like, we know Shopify needs to send it, but it's just so hard to do so in this situation.
and I love seeing stuff like this from Blabber, right? Because you can tell he's waiting there. He can send the ult to completely zone them off if he needs it, but he doesn't even need to do so. And then meanwhile, on the bot side of the map, Galio just took down the bot side tier 1. Loki is going to be able to chew through this turret soon. C9 are winning all over the map.
I mean, and just like that, they are now 5,000 gold ahead. And let's talk about this C9 playoffs timeline. Obviously, had dominated. If you go back even further, it was even more dominant. They've been making so many finals,
Leo
winning so
pushing the top lane, while C9 is also pushing them out the bot side.
Yeah. Oh,
Blabber going to be going in with the blast cone. Blabber has to
Aggressive.
flash out to safety, though. Was very aggressive. Now, in
Fudge
comes the
TP.
Galio TP. Is he going to go for it? Doesn't have to, as Loki gets the kill on his own. Fudge is behind him, but he's going to get found out here by Thanatos. Equalizer drop behind them, but do they even have to fight through it? On the other side, it's going to be Blabber and Thanatos winning this fight out against Fudge. We have to see the top side, though, as Sven is on a rampage. Sven gets a kill off of screen. Thanatos and Blabber do combine to kill one more. Cloud9 winning on both sides, and the Herald is going to get driven into the inhibitor tower here. Nope, he's going to take
wants mid.
a little drift for the mid lane tier 2 instead. They are getting so much value out of this push. Non-stop kills, non-stop action, everything going C9's way.
absolutely phenomenal map play from C9. And also
So much
just
mobility. So it is going to be very difficult now for Shopify. They need to find an angle for a perfect engage, but when you're playing this style of comp that doesn't have true hard engage, it is so tough.
you see contracts maybe trying to find something here, but again, they just have so much map pressure on this side too, off of that play and that fight in bot that we just covered. They were able to get that Drake completely uncontested, and now they're on the Otacon, two-manning it, while Sven and Vulcan are here in mid lane, and Thanatos is holding off Fudge.
Oh, Sven is posturing very aggressively, will have to drop the barrier, and they get Thanatos' ult, but in the meantime, they took down Otacon with that two-member squad. The lead just gets even further ahead now for Cloud9. 36 of those flowers have been picked.
Zoning
Looking with the
ult.
Maokai ult. Won't find too
It
much.
actually
B-Boy does
does.
get connected on.
That
Thanatos
B-Boy.
is going to get behind him, and B-Boy may have to flash
this
now. He
is
doesn't have to
crazy.
react to it. There's a cleanse, there's a flash. It just doesn't even matter. True Shot Barrage plus Loki is enough to get the job done. And now Seos is going to be spotted. Palafox is sent running. Everyone is scattering for the hills, but there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. Cloud9 is coming for this sweep.
This Maokai coming out of Blabber is so aggressive. I've absolutely
To that
loved
comfort right here, C9 just looks so organized. That's the thing that stands out to me. And they're seeing these plays
Here's
so
the
well in
TP.
advance.
This could be a final attempt at a play here. Fudge is going to TP and does have his second item. Contract's very ahead of the play, though. The equalizer does drop down. Contracts is going to fall. You can see Thanatos getting incredibly low. Goes into the stasis, though, as they get a kill onto Palafox. B-Boy has now arrived, but Loki is there with him. Loki is tanking up the tower. Loki is going to have to snap back into that tower eventually here. Fudge on the other side is going to get a kill. The bailout is there. Can he get the shutdown? He does get one. It is a reset, but it's not quite enough. They kill off Loki, though, as he snapped back into the tower. It is... And now, fighting here with Contracts. Very unafraid. Thanatos coming on the side now. It's going to be Contracts taunted up as B-Boy is locked down. He's got no summoners this time. No way out. You can see that Maokai root connects into the back line, and there's Loki with the follow-up. They get a second. Seos is down, and Fudge is sure to follow. He is overheated, and he is dead. Contracts trying to hide here from Vulcan. Will get spotted now, though, as Contracts going to be able to get rooted up. Does pillar out Thanatos, so it's just Vulcan in 1v1 right now. Going to be chasing him down, though. You just can't get away from the tethers. The CC just doesn't ever end. Sven goes godlike. It's 18-6. It's an 11K gold lead, and Cloud9 are already in the base.
Yeah, I was gonna say, meanwhile, Blabber and Loki are just tearing apart their base, right? They're gonna be able to take down this mid-inhib turret, mid-inhib soon to follow. C9 just cleaning up everywhere.
They really are. They're looking to put this Shopify Cinderella
Approach,
run.
and this one is going down very quickly. They see Contracts now, and
flash.
Sven's just going to go over
Yeah.
the wall right for him. Loki as well, in on Fudge. Bud is taunted up, and he's going to be knocked down. Contracts is sure to follow. Sven legendary once more here. It's Blabber still in the pit, and it's Loki on the side here. Going to get some assistance from Thanatos. Palafox on the run, and so is the bot lane on the other side. Thanatos cannot connect with the top, but in goes Loki, and Loki with the soul unbound is looking to take down B-Boy. B-Boy down incredibly low, can't get the reset, and Thanatos will not stop. There's the tether, and here comes the ace. It's all done but the crying. Cloud9 march on the Nexus. They will not be stopped in the lower bracket. They dominate Shopify in games 2 and 3. 15,000 the gold lead. 23-6 is the kill score. Cloud9 are coming for that rematch. FlyQuest better be ready.
Blabber said he wanted to return to international competition. He is one series away